Well, every county in Texas is presumed to be open range unless voters say otherwise, and that's exactly what's actually happening in Jim Wells County.
Back in 1929, voters there passed a law that required horses, mules, cattle, and donkeys, known as jacks and jennies, to be fenced in. That old law doesn't cover some of today's most common livestock. And now residents are headed to the ballot box to close that loophole. Michael Gibson here in the studio with us tonight to explain why this 95-year-old rule is back in the spotlight. Michael?
It sure is. You know, the issue all started when some goats began wandering onto county roads and even onto a solar farm. When county officials checked the old 1929 stock law, they discovered that goats, sheep, and other animals weren't covered, meaning owners could not be cited when those animals got loose. So a petition was circulated, and now voters will decide whether to include those missing species under the local stock law. The new measure would add goats, sheep, hogs, alpacas, and other non-native livestock to the list of animals like this bull that must be kept fenced in. That way, if those animals ever escape and cause damage or create a safety hazard, the owner could finally face a citation.
If I had goats, I would keep them inside my fence line, because last thing I would want is get somebody taking them, running over. You know, you have an animal, you got to take care of it. That's basic principle.
County leaders say this isn't about punishment, it's simply about fairness and accountability. If the measure passes, deputies will finally have the authority to issue tickets to livestock owners when animals roam onto someone else's property. Now, if approved by voters, the updated stock law will close the loophole that's been open for nearly a century, giving Jim Wells County a modern fix to a very old Texas problem. Mike Leslie.